Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Toshia Atawa from Nippon Institute of Technology, and I'm the chairperson for this section. I'd like to tell you some announcements. As for each presentation, there will be 10 minutes for a presentation and 5 minutes for Q&A. If you would like to join the face-to-face discussion, please click the raise hand feature on Zoom and ask a question to the presenter after my explanation. Chat is also welcome. If you write down your question on chat, the presenter may answer later. If no one raises their hand, I will read out the chat questions. Okay, let's go to the first presentation. The first presentation is human vehicle cooperation on prediction level, enhancing automated driving with human foresight by Dr. Chao.
Hello everyone, this is Chao from Honda Research Institute Europe. Today I will present our paper, Human Vehicle Cooperation on Prediction Level, Enhancing Automated Driving with Human Foresight. It seems that automation is pushing driver away from the steering wheel, but after decades of invasion and imagination, there are still many situations that the system cannot handle well. Automation without intervention has a long way to go. To tackle this problem, one approach is to hand over the control fully back to the driver, which has been investigated extensively. However, this is a challenge for driver due to lacking situational awareness. Another approach is cooperative driving. There is also a large number of research in this field, for example, conducted by Wire and horse mode concept, and a lot of related control devices were proposed. In our previous study, a framework of human-system cooperation for automated driving was proposed. As most of the systems conduct automated driving in 4 steps, the cooperation between human and vehicle can also be categorized into 4 types. And then we propose a concept of prediction-level cooperation, which has been not touched by prior works. We evaluated a system which allows driver to provide prediction-level guidance to the automated driving system through gaze-speech interaction. The results show that people hold a positive attitude towards the prediction-level intervention as well as the gaze-based interaction. But trust of automation did not increase. According to the afterward interview, one reason could be there is no user interface which shows the internal state of the system and how users' input influences its decision-making process. Therefore, in this study, we implement the prediction-level cooperation concept with real-world algorithm and utilize a GUI to visualize the prediction and planning of the system to enhance the transparency and trust. Honda Research Institute developed a system called ITFA to predict surrounding road users' behavior based on the position and velocity. The system has been partially implemented in 2016 model year Civic and CR-V in Europe, which called IACC, to predict cut-in behavior of right-lane vehicle for reducing sudden brake while the ACC function is on. As mentioned above, the prediction should not only be based on the surrounding vehicle's position and velocity, but also on many other factors. A human driver can holistically understand the scene based on their prior knowledge. Therefore, there would be a complementary between human and vehicle for the predicting task. This is how this concept works. For example, there's a big truck driving on merge-in and merge-out ramp. ITFA would predict each surrounding vehicle's behavior based on their position and distance to other road users and velocity. So we can see that currently the truck is a normal vehicle with 90% probability of staying in its lane in the perspective of this system. Then the system will calculate each maneuver plan of each vehicle, what would be the cost and the risk, according to the parameters such as comfort, such as regulation, and safety, and so on. Then the system chose the maneuver plan with the lowest risk, which is staying in this lane. However, human driver knows that the big truck has a low acceleration. It may be waiting for an appropriate gap to merge in or even cut in before it is too late. Therefore, human driver can give a hint to the vehicle that at the prediction level, by looking at the truck and click a button on console, then the vehicle will change the probability of this big truck in changing lane. Then all the following calculation will be changed. As a result, the maneuver plan of reducing speed got the lowest cost, which has been chosen by the vehicle. As you can see, there's an overtaking vehicle, so changing lane will not be the best solution, but the human driver doesn't need to care about that. We implement the concept into a driving simulator. A smart eye remote eye tracker system was used for detecting user's gaze input, and a touchpad was installed on console for confirmation, and a screen was implemented to simulate a digital cluster together with audio as output. The GUI shows detected lanes surrounding vehicle's position and eagle vehicle's planned trajectory. And if either the system predicts other vehicle will change lane or driver change the prediction, the corresponding vehicle will be marked as red. This is the interaction flow of the intervention. In picture 1, we can see there's a spotted car staying behind a slow truck. Human driver know that normally this kind of vehicle will take over the truck sooner or later. But according to the GUI, the system does not predict it. Therefore, the driver looks at the vehicle and clicks the button on console to give the suggestion. Then ITFA would change its prediction and following trajectory plan. Finally, the eagle vehicle behavior would be changed. This video shows the scenario we created for testing. Due to lack map information in this area, ITFA is hard to predict this van merge-in behavior, which results in strong deceleration. But with humans input, we can avoid this situation. This is the eye tracker we used for detect people's gaze. Driver look at this cutting vehicle, click the button to confirm. ITFA received this information and changed his trajectory planning. In the current situation, eagle vehicle reduced speed first, let the overtaken vehicle passing by, then change lane. This is the most optimized behavior in this scenario, in this situation. We also create another user case, which is the spotted car user case in the scenario. The spotted car is behind a truck. ITFA can predict the spotted car change lane behavior when the spotted car starts to accelerate. But with human intervention, we can make this prediction a bit earlier. Human can make the prediction by look at the vehicle, and ego vehicle change its maneuver plan to avoid deceleration.
In this work, we realize the concept of prediction-level intervention with a real AD system. The system could benefit from human driver anticipation capabilities to improve driving efficiency, comfort, and trust. In the future, a serious user study will be conducted to in-depth investigate this concept. Thank you for listening, and I'm happy to answer your questions.
Thank you for your interesting presentation. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Please. Please. Please go ahead, Monica.
May I ask a question? Okay, so thank you for this presentation. I'm wondering how you categorize the reliability in the human's decision. So obviously you are relying totally on the human decision, and the question is that right, or is this an overtrust in the own capabilities?
Yeah, thank you for your question. It's a very good question, right? Yeah, so this is a cooperation or collaborative intelligence task, or collaboratively we just assume that humans priority, because human just like take over, that human said that okay, that truck has a higher probability of cut in, then we increase the probability of this vehicle cutting in to 99%. We haven't considered about whether it's a human's prediction is reliable, but this is not the case that human give you some stupid, because it's in the prediction level. Even human point to all the vehicle cutting behavior as 100%, it won't cause any dangerous situation, because all the following tasks, all the manual plan of other tasks will handled by the system. So I think that is one of the advantage of prediction level intervention instead of taking over. If taking over, the system should assume that the human take all the responsibility, and even there's a dangerous situation, then they just give control fully back to the driver. But yeah, so I think. So currently, we just assume that human prediction intervention has highest priority. But of course, in the future, we can adjust this prediction level intervention. Maybe human add this probability to 30% or 40% of one certain vehicle cutting. But I would like to claim that there won't be any safety-related issues because this is in prediction level. Thank you.
Thank you. Andy, please.
May I ask a question? Okay.
Yep.
Thanks for your presentation. It's very interesting to me, and I'm wondering, because the human can mark the sportive vehicle as a red color. Not the human do this, but he can press the button, and the system will do this. But I'm wondering if the human have to do this every time, or the system will learn it. So the question is, should the human do this all the time, like monitor the autonomous system all the time?
Yeah, no, human doesn't need to do that. Yeah, I think that human can do that, and sometimes system can predict this system. The prediction of IPFA based on the training data is based on a lot of training data which collected in the European context. yeah, it's based on the previous training data. Of course, human can provide additional training data to the system then to enhance the personalization in the future. But right, it can be a way that with some days interaction, the system become better. But yeah, it's because it also require a lot of data. It's also require a lot of data because
yes, because I think from my perspective is if I am the human driver drive the car and I need to like do this operation every time and I need to check if the system has learned it. So it's feels like I'm not sure if I should trust the system after all. Yeah, but thanks. I know it's a lot of data to training it.
Yeah, right. I think that, yeah, with the more and more interaction with the user, as the user's input can be modify the whole model. It's possible. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on to our next speaker. Thank you, Dr. Wang.